Hey, what you say, food family? Mike here, and today I'm going to solve your Saturday night drinking, Sunday morning hangovers, hankering for that crispy chicken sandwich you can't have because they're closed. Yeah, you know the one I'm talking about? Yeah, that's it. We're going to be making Sunday Chick-fil-A chicken sandwiches. Now, obviously, this recipe would work the same for chicken tenders or nuggets. Just depends how you cut your chicken. With that being said, nothing left to do for me to show you how it's done. Let's get cooking. For this Sunday Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich, we're going to start out by brining our chicken. Now, I've got just some boneless, skinless thighs here. You could use breasts, but that's stupid because we all know chicken thighs are where it's at and it just tastes a lot better and they're cheaper. So do whatever you want to do, but I'm telling you, go with thighs. Anyway, moving on. There's two simple ingredients to this brine: pickle juice and buttermilk. Anybody from the South knows you always buttermilk your chicken. It just makes it juicy and moist and tender. Just can't beat it. Now for the pickle juice, that's kind of Chick-fil-A's secret ingredient. Gives a nice, tangy, bright flavor. I don't know how to describe it, but for my pickle juice today, I used half regular hamburger dill pickle juice and half of the famous Dave's sweet and spicy pickle juice, just to change it up and give some more flavor. So that being said, I'm going to add these two ingredients to my chicken, get it all mixed up, and then we'll throw it in the fridge and let it brine overnight. I'll probably get it tomorrow, make sure I stir everything around again. Other than that, I will see you in about 24 hours after this has had time to do its thing. And welcome back. It's been about 24 hours or so. Our chicken is brined overnight in the pickle juice and buttermilk. As you can see, I've gone ahead and drained it off here. And I got it sitting in the colander just for any excess to drain as we're working. And I went ahead and set up my dredging station. Now, starting from my left to your right, opposite, whatever, I don't know the camera stuff, but I'm going to start with cornstarch, just plain cornstarch. In the middle, I got my eggs that have been whisked. And on the far right, the normal recipe calls for AP flour, all-purpose. Today, I don't really want that thick of a batter, so I'm using some rice flour, and I went ahead and seasoned it with salt, pepper, and a little bit of garlic. If you want a spicy chicken sandwich, by all means, add some cayenne. You can really change your flavor profile just by this breading alone. So that being said, we're going to start our breading process here. I'm going to take the chicken, go from the cornstarch to the egg to our flour, and then I'm going to sit on this rack just to chill out while I get the rest done. I'll do a few zoomed out here, and then I'll change the camera view for you guys so you can see it better, but it's just dredging, it's not rocket science. So that being said, let's take a piece of chicken here into the cornstarch. You want to make sure you get it covered all the way, because this cornstarch is what will actually help the egg stick to the chicken, which then makes your actually seasoned flour that does your coating work. Drain any excess over to our seasoned rice flour. Now, a lot of people do this with their hands. You want to do a dry hand, wet hand, so keep that in mind, or else you end up with sticky fingers that are going to have to be deep fried themselves. Alright, that looks like one pretty good one done there, still on the rack. And I'm going to go ahead and switch the other camera view so you guys can see it closer, and we'll move on and get to frying after that. see, it's a little tedious, but I got all my chicken dredged here, and it is setting up. I'm gonna go ahead and heat my oil up to 375 degrees in the fryer, and while it's heating up, I'll go ahead and clean the dishes and get everything else cleaned up around here, because that flour and cornstarch goes everywhere. It's just inevitable, especially if you use small containers. So maybe use a larger container and help contain it some, but you know how it is. If you're not making a mess in the kitchen, you just ain't cooking. So stand by, we'll be right back when it's time to fry these bad boys. Our first round of messy dishes have been cleaned up and our oil's up to temperature. That being said, there's a few things in life that simply need to be deep fried, and I think these chicken sandwiches are one of them, or nuggets or tenders, whatever you decided to make. I'm a big fan of an air fryer, but it just doesn't cut it when it comes to crispy fried chicken like this. Now, my deep fryer, comes with a tray thing like this to drop it in, but the problem with this is the batter sticks to it and it gets messy. So more restaurant style, I'm just going to drop in a few pieces at a time. And I'm going to have to do this in a few batches. We don't want our oil to cool down too much. So that being said, I got a clean tray on the other side. You can't see it on the camera, to put the cooked chicken in once it's done and let it continue crisping up and drying without sitting and soaking on a paper towel and getting soggy. So we'll get started here. I'll move this lid for a second. Drop in our first few pieces of chicken. Now while this chicken fries, we're going to look for it to float to the top, meaning it's just about done at that point. You may need to flip it, you may not, depending on your fryer. This is dark meat chicken again, remember, it's chicken thighs. So we're going to cook this to an internal temperature of 175 degrees. White meat chicken, you go to 165. Dark meat actually tastes better, the proteins are broken down. I don't know the science, but 175 degrees is what you want to aim for. I just finished removing my last bit of chicken from the second or third batch it took. And when I was talking 175 degrees earlier, that means your final temperature. You want to actually cook it to like 170 and it'll carry over a few degrees. But if you go to 175, it's fine. It's not going to dry out that bad. That's the glory of chicken thighs. And that being said, these bad boys go pretty quick, 8 to 10 minutes, unless you've got some of them thick thighs and bright eyes, and you might have to go up to 12. But other than that, we're going to let these cool down a bit. We'll come back, give them a taste test, and see how we did. I don't feel like waiting any longer. I think these bad boys have cooled off enough, so let's go ahead and give it a try. I'm just going to take a bite first, and then of course I'm going to make a sandwich. So this one looks fine. I don't want too big of one. I'm not very hungry. All right, look at that. Zoom in the camera here for you. Nice and crispy. Let's take a quick bite. If that's not damn good chicken, I don't know what is. That being said, let's take it a step further. Got my Hawaiian bun here. Throw down our chicken. Grab a couple pickles. Nice piece of lettuce. And it is Chick-fil-A, so we'll put some Chick-fil-A sauce on it. And just look at that. Making the light be a little better. Let's give this bad boy a taste test here. And that's it for all you Sunday hungover folks craving Chick-fil-A. This is the answer to your problems. As always, if you like what I've cooked here today, this Chick-fil-A, Sunday Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich, be sure to like and subscribe. There'll be a link in the description below with the ingredients and recipe and the walkthrough. All you need to know how to make it yourself at home next time you go out drinking Saturday night and wake up Sunday craving that crispy fried chicken sandwich. As always, be sure to get in the kitchen, make delicious food like this, keep the people around you happy. Mike here signing off for now, but until next time, just keep cooking.